I've never told anyone this before, but at the age of 16, I wanted to unalive myself. I went through this period of depression where I felt like I was extremely broken and there was no way out. Like for the longest time, I would cry myself to sleep every single night while my father was sleeping right next to me, and I'll just cover myself with like a blanket so that he doesn't know. And then I would stare up at this small little window in our bedroom and just think about jumping off it and just going through it every single night. And the main reason why is because at that point of time, I was bullied in school, right? So I will always take a bus back home. And then when I'm taking like a bus back home, the seniors, the guys who are often a lot more bigger and taller than me, will just sit behind me and then they will just slap me in the face, like without me knowing. And then they will laugh and then they will joke about it. And then my best friend kicked me in the face once again because back then I was like a very small and timid kid, and they just thought that I wouldn't ever do anything about it, and which I didn't, right? I didn't because I was afraid. And then at the point of time, my family also went through like a bad situation where my dad was going through this period where he has multiple personality disorder because he was under a lot of stress from his work. And 1 minute he'll be sane and another minute could be extremely crazy, saying all sorts of like crazy shit. And then I remember there was this one day where we just bought like a new bicycle, right? So it was always my dream to own like a bicycle, like $100 bicycle. And then next day when I wake up and I go on to like the living room and I found out that my bicycle was gone. And it's because my dad had thrown it away, right? Because at that point of time he was a little bit unsteady in the mind, right? So he felt like it wasn't safe for me, right? But like I said, he was just going through like a dark period, which I understand now looking back. And then I was also rejected by a girl back in school, right? So back in secondary school, I had no friends. I was extremely lonely because I was like an introvert. No one really understood me. I didn't really try to approach or speak to anyone. I was always alone playing video games after I go back from school, after I come back from school. And then I was startled a lot as a kid as well because I didn't have any confidence. And yeah, as a result, I was just rejected by a ton of girls. And then I remember there was this one time where I got together with like a girl for like 1 week, and then she left me for a guy who is much more richer, taller, and more muscular than me 1 week later, right? Which is crazy. I think that period of my life was extremely dark. Like younger Brad would be extremely proud of me today. If you see the things that I've achieved for myself, he will be in disbelief. If you see me having thousands of millions of people rooting for me, he would be so proud. If you see me changing millions of lives, see me living this life right now, this life of opulence and freedom, it will mean everything to him. And for the longest time, I was just running. I was just being a pussy. I was just running away from my inner demons. I was afraid to confront my inner demons and just work through my deepest fears and darkest desires. And as a result, I would always be on the go, and I would never ever take the time out to actually be introspective and just reflect and just confront the inner demons and just lock eyes with them and just overcome the subconscious forces that were holding me back from success, right? So as a result, I'll take a lot of actions and I'll just like constantly self-sabotaging myself because of the fact that, once again, I did not face the inner demons within. And then a lot of times when I'll make money in trading, I will end up giving back the profits back to the market simply because I felt like I was unworthy. I felt not deserving of the profits, or because my younger self, he always have this sense of not feeling good enough. He always have this sense of insecurity, inadequacy. And I realized that the only time I was able to break out of a plateau, break out of inconsistency, was when I actually took the time out to actually resolve this childhood trauma, resolve all these barriers, these mental barriers that were quite frankly preventing me from reaching my fullest potential as a human, as a trader. You can bury yourself with work every single day to escape from your deepest insecurities and fears and the broken parts of yourself. But just know that at some point of time, it will catch up to you. It's only a matter of time. And when it does catch up to you, guess what? You are not going to be able to withstand the force that is coming at you. Because once again, you haven't took the time out to actually confront these inner demons piece by piece. And as a result, when they come at you, it's just going to be like a huge slap in the face, which you don't even see it coming. So take some time out to speak to your younger self. Write a letter to your younger self. Tell him that you forgive him for all the mistakes that he has committed when he was young. Tell him that you are proud of him. Tell him that there is light at the end of the tunnel itself. And this too shall pass, right? Eventually, all of the trauma, all of the existential crises that he's feeling right now, it's all going to go away and things will get better. There will be a rainbow at the end of the storm. Honestly, bro, I'm so proud of myself because younger Brad would have never made it this far in life. Imagine if I did not keep going and gave another chance to my life. This world would be an entirely different place. There wouldn't be like a leader that is revolutionizing the trading industry. There wouldn't be market mechanics. There wouldn't be the trading geek. So I'm so grateful that at that point of time, I did not unalive myself, and I just know that eventually this will pass and things will get better, which it will, right? Remember, things will always get better. No matter what situation you are in right now, no matter how difficult the obstacle feels like at the moment, no matter how many forces are coming at you, just know that this too shall pass. Just know that there is chance, right? There is a chance. As long as you have hope, as long as you have faith in the higher being, you will make it out alive and you will get to that stage where you are thriving every single day. But that will not happen if you decide to give up today on your life. And just think about all the consequences of that silly decision, right? How would your family feel if you actually decide to press the quit button right now? What would their face be like on your funeral? So for the love of God, do not put them in that situation. Keep going, not just for yourself, but for your community, for your family, and for the guy up there. Now, honestly, younger Brad wouldn't have been able to make this video. He would be scared, he would be stuttering, and he wouldn't be able to articulate his thoughts properly because he will always be ruled by other people's judgments and opinions about him. So I'm so proud that I'm able to make this video. This is a message to my younger self. Hey Brad, I know you are sick and tired of everything. I know you have absolute no hope and faith in this world. I know you feel like giving up right now, but just keep going, bro. Just know that as long as you put one step in front of the other every single day, eventually you will find a way out. You will be able to give your family the life that they deserve. You will be able to create generational wealth. You will be the first millionaire in your entire bloodline. You will be the guy who one day is going to be changing the entire bloody trading industry. You will accomplish so much one day. So do not let the naysayers, the doctors, your friends, your relative, from preventing you from becoming the person that you are meant to be. And most importantly, just know that I will always be rooting for you. Because without you, without all the shit that we had to went through together, I wouldn't be where I am today. I wouldn't be able to accomplish so much at such a young age. I wouldn't have that intrinsic drive to work harder than anyone else and just outcompete my entire competition. I wouldn't have developed the tenacity to keep going when things get tough. I wouldn't be able to develop the mental toughness to be able to keep marching on, keep going until I eventually finish countless of missions in the military, even though there were so many times where I felt like throwing in the towel because I was sick, because my ankle sprained, because like the gun was too heavy because of all this fucking bullshit that the world throw at us. I wouldn't be able to overcome all of that without you, right? So, younger Brad, I just want to say that I'm so proud of you, bro. I know it just feels like nothing is working out at the moment, but just believe in him. Believe that eventually you will accomplish everything that you want. You will become the person that you aspire to be. You will become your ideal self, all thanks to him. So continue having faith, continue praying, continue hoping, because one day we are going to get there.